If I can have everybody's attention here in the media center, we are now joined by NASCAR Xfinity Series points leader Chris Buescher, driver of the number 60 Bit-O-Honey Ford for Roush Fenway Racing. Chris, he tells me there is plenty of Bit-O-Honey out in the Xfinity Series garage at the 60 hauler. You had quite an adventurous time though this morning. Could you tell everybody about it?
Yeah, there's plenty of warm bit of honey in a bowl right behind our hauler in the Xfinity garage. It's way better after it's been sitting out in the sun. I'll tell you from firsthand experience. But yeah, this morning was fun. Our one of the planes that everybody flies on did not start this morning, so that's not very comforting. 4 a.m. in the morning, get to the airport, and they tell you, yeah, you're going to be delayed because we can't figure out how to get it running. So we all managed. A lot of teams got moved around, shuffled around. We all made it here a little bit late, but honestly, our schedule, we didn't have much going on this morning anyway, so everybody made it to the garage opening time and everything like that.
Outstanding. We're going to open the floor up for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll start with Kelly and then go to Matt.
Kelly Crandall from PopularSpeed.com. Chris, 2 questions. The first is, after a strong run here in February, strong run at Talladega, do you feel comfortable plate racing? Do you ever feel comfortable plate racing?
No, no, I don't. I feel like it's we've held our own really well. We've brought the same car to every plate race that I've run. It's a car that we know very well and has been fortunate enough to stay out of most of the trouble. It's just there's so much chance involved and a little bit of luck and a little bit of just knowing where to be and where to place yourself to stay out of the trouble. That's more or less the big part of it. You know, I don't worry about us coming here and having fast race cars. I know our Mustangs are quick every time we show up to these speedways. It'll wear you out just mentally trying to make sure you stay out of trouble. Especially, last year we were in a little bit different situation. After missing the first one, it was take as many chances as we could to get back up there. Obviously, on the other end of the spectrum right now, we gotta protect what we have. So we have to be a little bit careful. I'm not going to say conservative because it's too early in the season to go into a conservative mode, but we have to be careful when we come to this place and try and make sure we manage what we have.
And the second question is, at what point in the season do you sit down with Roush and start looking to the future, look to next year, and what would you like to be doing next year? More Xfinity, or are you looking to maybe getting a Cup car?
I think my progression through really stock car racing has been a little bit slower than a lot of guys that are racing or have been racing, and I'm okay with that. I think it's good. I've liked being able to get a lot of experience in each series before I transition into the next level. It helps you get a better comfort level. It's more seat time, and I feel better prepared moving up. So the handful of Cup races that we ran with Front Row early this year were a lot of fun. I learned a lot and really enjoyed the experience. We are not scheduled to do any more of that for this year. And I honestly do not know if we have anything ready for next year on the Roush Fenway side. So, it'll probably be several months yet down the road. We gotta try and stay focused on this Xfinity Championship right now.
We'll go to Matt next and up front the Lee.
Matt Weaver, PopularSpeed.com. On kind of a similar note to your career progression, for those of us who have followed you going back to ARCA with the Roush Brothers, Gary likes to talk a lot about the Roush Brothers way and how he teaches drivers to do a certain thing. How much of the Roush Brothers way has still carried over to your time at Roush Fenway, and how instrumental in your success this year have they been?
I'd say a good amount. It was. Again, going to staying in a series a certain amount of time. We spent 4 years in ARCA, 2 full-time seasons with the Roushs, and it was really good learning experience. We went to tracks with a game plan. We spent a lot of time, talking, studying the racetracks. In that series, you have a little bit more free will, I guess you could say. When you get to racetrack, you can go walk the track, you can look around, and really have a lot more downtime, I guess you could say, to study. So it's really helped going into the next series. A lot of the aspects and a lot of the characteristics of of a stock car in general, being that the ARCA series was my first major stock car experience. I ran, I could count on one hand the amount of late model races I ran, and probably on the other hand the amount of ASA truck races I ran. And that was the extent of my big car experience before ARCA. So we had a lot of learning to do there. It was a big learning curve, but I feel like the amount of time we spent there and what I learned with the Roush Brothers really carried over into the Xfinity side and made it a smoother transition. We're still learning each and every week, but I feel like it was a good start.
We'll go to Lee, then over to Kenny, and then over to Chris.
Lee, SpencerMotorsport.com. Is it kind of comforting that your competition, Ty Dillon, they're mixing it up, have to switch crew chiefs in the middle of the season when you just really seem to be rocking it, with your team and your crew chief, and everything is just, going in the right direction?
Yeah, there's a comfort level from our side, just knowing that we have a good group of guys right now. They've been together since the beginning of last year. It's the majority of them are the same people. We had a couple guys come off the road just due to building families. So it's been neat to have a group of guys and build that chemistry, and they've done a great job. We get along really well. Everybody knows what their job is, and they're able to work towards it. I've established a really good relationship with Scott, and feel like that we're getting a lot closer this year. We're starting races a lot closer balance-wise with our Mustangs than we did last year. There was a lot of learning last year, especially early on, and we were able to take that and really dial it in to where we're not starting a race in fifth and running back to 10th because we didn't start out where we needed to be. We can start fifth, maintain, or do better than that early on. So that's been really good, and it is comforting. It's still early in the season, so we got a long way to go, but I'm very confident in our team and their ability to be able to put a winning race car on the track each and every week. We do not have any more Cup races scheduled now.
Kenny and then Chris.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Chris, you talked about making a few Cup starts and being okay with your progression. What do you think are the negatives to making that jump too quick?
I guess not to point out any case in particular, but I've sat back through the years and you see people and you see guys and girls come up too quickly, and maybe not in their minds at the time. They may have thought it was the right move, but it seemed like more often than not, if you got rushed into a situation, if you got rushed into the next level and weren't ready, that was your one shot. And if you weren't ready and the team expected you to be, then when you were done and if it didn't go as well as it possibly could, then you were sitting there trying to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your career now, as you've just been labeled as not ready for that jump. And it seemed to hurt a lot of people. And I can think of several in my head, and I don't want to call anybody out on it, but it just, I like the pace that we've gone. It's been comfortable, and I like that. I'm still probably one of the older young guys, I guess, anymore, but I used to joke with Frank Kimmel. My last year in ARCA, I was a veteran with him. So I was 19 years old. Me and Frank were the old guys out there. So, but it's been really good. I mean, I've really liked the pace we've gone. It's been pretty much planned from the start to take it easy. And Jack's done a really nice job with development. I think you see that going back to a lot of the drivers. Ricky being one that got his 2 Xfinity championships. Even after the first one, he left him in the series, let him get another year, more seat time, and then jump into the Cup level and be more prepared. So, we're working each and every week to try and make our race cars better right now to where, we can compete a little bit better. And it's just it's tough to say. I like where we're at though, and I'm glad we didn't try and rush anything.
Chris Knight, CatchFans.com. This weekend starts a 15-week stretch for the NASCAR Xfinity Series that will take you all the way till October at Charlotte. Championships have been won and lost in this stretch. How do you guys strategize?
Right now we're not here to lay down. We're not here to be overly conservative. We have to be careful, and it's kind of the same mentality we have for Daytona. We have to take through the whole stretch looking at it, there is a large majority of tracks that I am really excited to go to, tracks we feel like we can run really well at, and we have run well at earlier in the year. So as we start going to these places for the second time, we have a lot of notes to build off of, some newer aspects of our cars that we have notes off of. We're not just shooting in the dark right now. So I like where we're at. I like going forward. Looking forward to the road courses. Again, Mid-Ohio was obviously really good last year. I'm not a road course racer. I'm not a guru, but I enjoy them, and I think that makes a big difference. So the month of August will be very busy, but it should be a lot of fun, and really looking forward to that month and this whole stretch. I mean, it's going to be tough, but I think last year we had like 17 or 18 weeks in a row is what I thought I remembered. So, it's almost taking it easy on us this year.
Dwight?
Dwight Drum, racestake.com. Chris, the young guys always aspire to do well. Do you have any sense of what helped you along the way, or what made it, for you to be able to be coming along this fast?
It's a lot of luck goes into it. I can't lie there. I worked really hard and many really long hours to get to this point, but at the same time, we had luck go our way, and we had chance, and we won a lot of races through the years. Going back to the Legends Car days, I was able to meet some people along the way that became really good friends and still are to this day. It is something as crazy as meeting a really good friend of mine now in Las Vegas, and him having ties, very, very heavily rooted ties back to the racing industry. It was just things like that. It was neat to see it all progress. Meeting the Reagans, Ken Reagan running 600 racing as I was running in the Legends Car series. I actually got in trouble for rough driving one week, and ended up in his office and lectured for several hours, and led to a friendship by the time it was all said and done. And started going over for Sunday cookouts while David was just getting his start in the 6 Cup car. Just a lot of things went well through the years, and I can talk about the upbringing and how I got to this point for a long time, and really go into detail. But it's been a nice transition. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of work. It's just very, very fortunate to be here right now.
Over to Hill.
Yeah, hi, Chris. Hill Overton, WNDB Radio, Daytona Beach. You alluded to the fact earlier you had driven some Cup races already, and a lot of people have said that the Sprint Cup cars and the Xfinity cars are closer to the same than ever, with the decrease in horsepower and so forth. Did you notice a great similarity when you jumped into a Cup car versus your Xfinity car, and does this make you want to maybe move toward that Sprint Cup car because of the similarities?
It is nice that they are more similar now. I feel like it will make the transition a little bit easier. I don't have any Cup races in the old configuration. I ran a lot of test sessions though back when we were still allowed to, and it was a little harder transition back then. So the races I ran in Talladega was kind of excluding that one. It was really similar there, but all these races you learn that there are certain very distinct differences, but you can adapt to it rather quickly. Able to go back and forth between the cars in practices and throughout the weekends pretty seamlessly, honestly. So it's exciting that it is as close to our cars as possible. But I'm sure with the new aero package they're talking about, it might be getting ready to swing 180 here.
Well, Chris, we really appreciate you coming in here. We're kind of disappointed you didn't bring any bit of honey with you, but we'll run out to the 60 holler. Yep. Take care. Good luck this weekend.
Guys.